Have you ever wondered what's holding you back from achieving the wealth and success you've always dreamt of? We often fixate on the future, chasing new goals and acquisitions, but what if I told you that some of the biggest roadblocks to your success are right here in the present? Get ready to uncover the hidden anchors that are keeping you from soaring to new heights. The exciting part is that you have the power to shed these burdens and take a giant leap toward wealth and success. In this video, we are going to talk about the 5 factors you need to let go for a brighter future. Before we begin, kindly give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel so you won't miss out on more awesome content like this. Let's get started. Number 1. Low self-esteem. Many people don't think very highly of themselves. Self-esteem is essentially your perception of your own value. The prevailing belief for many is that they are entitled to nothing more than a typical, ordinary life. This is not inherently wrong, but here's a simple question to ponder. If you don't think you deserve amazing accomplishments, how can you ever make them happen? It all starts with how you see yourself. Perhaps you faced a challenging past, maybe you've experienced significant failures in the past, or perhaps your academic performance left much to be desired. None of that matters. The crucial step is to have faith in yourself, to wholeheartedly believe that you are deserving of greater things. Only a select few are born with exceptional talents, but many people who have done amazing things are similar to you in some ways. While it may take a touch of luck to reach the ranks of Forbes billionaires, making a few $1 million is well within the grasp of practically anyone, regardless of geographic location, especially in this digital age. As long as you're prepared to put in the effort and determination, success is attainable. Number 2. Trying to be perfect. This habit is a common obstacle that prevents many talented individuals from reaching their full potential. The fear of criticism, coupled with the constant worry about what others might think, often paralyzes us into seeking perfection before taking action. While striving for perfection is admirable, but it's really hard to get everything right from the beginning. Life's design involves a cycle of trying, failing, learning, and trying again. Chances are, you've had some outstanding ideas that remain untouched because you've been waiting for the perfect moment. Maybe you began, but quit because trying to be perfect took too much time and made you feel discouraged. Another drawback of the perfectionist mindset is that it hampers delegation. You may find it hard to entrust tasks to others because no one cares about your project as passionately as you do. Consequently, you end up trying to control every aspect, which only slows you down. In the early stages, it's perfectly acceptable to lower your standards slightly in exchange for progress and momentum, as waiting for perfection might indefinitely delay your start. So, don't wait for perfection. Instead, recall the iconic Nike slogan, "Just do it." Number 3. Constantly complaining. There are 2 types of people, the reactive ones, who often complain about different problems, and the proactive ones, who notice issues but actively try to solve them. Reactive individuals tend to indulge in constant complaining. They blame the government, saying it's corrupt. They're sad that every elected president gets influenced by big companies, and they complain about what they see as unfair treatment on Wall Street. This victim mentality is a road that leads to nowhere. People who think this way usually blame others for every problem they face. Whether it's their partner, family, coworker, or friend, they seldom shoulder any responsibility, contending that external circumstances are solely to blame and beyond their control. On the other hand, proactive people do things differently. They recognize that the system may be flawed, politicians might not be addressing their needs, but they ask, what actions can I personally undertake to achieve my financial goals? They might opt to enhance their financial literacy by reading books. Instead of spending hours on video games, they choose to invest that time in learning how the stock market functions and may endeavor to save money to start their own businesses. Despite facing problems, proactive people concentrate on what they can control and ignore what they can't. Number 4. Comparing yourself to others. This is one of the common pitfalls that ensnare many individuals, preventing them from attaining financial freedom. Frequently, people fall into the trap of comparing themselves to others and attempting to mimic their lifestyles just like everyone else. For instance, when your friend acquires a shiny new car, it often triggers a desire for you to follow suit. If you don't, you might even label yourself as a failure. Yet, it's important to realize that while you may have the means to make such a purchase, it might not necessarily be the most prudent financial decision given your unique circumstances. The key here is to acknowledge that you are a distinct individual. Your life, your skills, your talents, and your circumstances are unlike anyone else's. Consequently, your journey towards financial freedom will be tailored to your specific situation. Attempting to tread in the footsteps of others is a path fraught with potential failure, as many individuals have experienced. Furthermore, comparisons with others can lead to feelings of resentment and jealousy. These emotions can cloud your judgment, pushing you to make irrational and detrimental decisions in the long run. And number 5. Afraid of failure. It's perfectly natural to have a fear of failure, because it's ingrained in our human nature. People don't want others to see them as failures, and it can be scary to think about letting down your friends and family, especially when they've given you different advice that you might not have taken. During those times, the fear of failing can make you feel less confident in front of others. However, it's essential to recognize that failure is an integral part of the human experience. Consider this: when you were an infant, you didn't instinctively know how to walk, you had to try and try again. It's safe to say that most individuals, including you, didn't succeed on the very first, or even the second attempt. Learning to walk likely took several months, and there's quite a variation in the time it takes for different babies. Some start walking before their first birthday, while others take longer, sometimes 14, 16, or even 18 months. Now, imagine if you were too afraid to attempt walking in the first place. How different would your life be? The same goes for talking. Some babies begin speaking within the first year, while others take twice as long, or even up to 3 years, as seen in the case of Einstein, despite his exceptional IQ. But here's the interesting part: do you remember all those early failures when learning to walk or talk? The answer is most likely no. With determination and numerous attempts, you eventually succeeded, and likely forgot about those early struggles. This concept applies to almost anything you set out to achieve, whether it's securing a great job, or raising funds for your startup. While it's true that success is not solely measured by financial wealth, happiness remains a significant factor. It's important to focus on being the best version of yourself, refrain from blaming others for your setbacks, maintain high self-esteem, and begin taking action without the need for perfection. With these principles in mind, it's only a matter of time before you reach your financial goals. That concludes today's video. I hope it was informative and beneficial to you. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I welcome your feedback, so feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Lastly, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.